You have flown on a Boeing 737. Almost everyone has. But 7 features built into that plane, from the angle of your seat back to the mysterious hum you hear before pushback, were designed for purposes almost no passenger suspects. Hidden safety logic, 60s-era engineering compromises, and behavioral tricks are all hiding in plain sight. Let us start with something flight attendants ask you on every flight, and why it could save your life. Number 1, the window shade protocol. A rule that seems almost arbitrary until you know what is at stake. Every time a flight attendant asks you to raise your window shade for takeoff or landing, it is not about the view or cabin aesthetics. It is a built-in safety sensor hiding in plain sight. With the shades up, your eyes get a direct dose of outside light, priming your vision to adjust instantly if something goes wrong. Human factors research shows that with open shades, your eyes adapt to sudden daylight in under half a second, 4 times faster than if the cabin stays dim. That is the difference between spotting a fire, debris, or a clear exit right when every second counts. It is not just about you either. Crew and first responders rely on those open windows to scan for hazards and plan evacuations. The FAA and the EASA both recommend this practice, and you will find it in the safety checklists of airlines from Delta to Ryanair. Next time you are tempted to lower the shade for comfort, remember that simple instruction could mean the difference between confusion and clarity in an emergency. Try leaving it up and you will see the cabin and your role in safety in a whole new light. In second place, the seat in front of you is hiding a secret that almost nobody notices. It is not actually straight up. That so-called upright position is tilted back by about 10 to 15 degrees, on purpose. This is not about comfort or squeezing in more seats. It is a built-in safety move from the 1990s cabin redesign. Engineers and NASA crash test teams found that a slight rearward angle turns every seat into a passive brace, cutting down how far your head snaps forward if the plane ever stops suddenly. Sled test data show that with this subtle tilt, your body travels about 45 millimeters less and experiences up to 18% lower peak acceleration compared to a vertical seat. The FAA Crashworthiness Manual even points to this angle as a way to meet survival standards. So the next time you click your seatbelt and the crew tells you to put your seat fully upright, run your hand along the side and feel that gentle lean. It is not just for show, it is a quiet piece of safety engineering working for you every single flight. Third on our list, the aisle seat armrest is hiding a party trick that almost nobody talks about. Most people think those armrests are bolted down, a fixed part of the seat. But if you slide your hand underneath the outer end, right where the armrest meets the seat back, you will find a tiny, almost invisible latch. Flip it, and the whole armrest pops up and swings away like a secret passage. This is not just for comfort. Boeing designed it so cabin crew can quickly clear the aisle for stretchers, wheelchairs, or even rapid evacuation. In an emergency, that fold-out armrest turns into a sturdy grab handle, giving crew and passengers a solid grip when every second counts. It is written right into the Boeing quick reference cards. They say keep the armrest up before opening the door to prevent snagging and speed up the exit. Next time you board, run your fingers along the aisle armrest and see if you can find the latch. Once you know it is there, you will never look at an aisle seat the same way again. Number 4. Those tiny black triangle stickers above certain windows. Most passengers never give them a second glance. But to a trained eye, each one is a precision marker, not a random decal. It is a quiet secret. Picture this. Before every flight, ground crew and maintenance staff make a slow pass down the aisle, stopping at these triangles. Each sticker serves as an instant visual checkpoint, because each one lines up perfectly with the wing's critical latch pin area or the overwing exit's mechanical gear. If a slat, gear, or door is not positioned exactly right, they will spot it in seconds. This is not just habit, it is spelled out in the Boeing Maintenance Manual MMC 73200, And even the FAA Airworthiness Directive 2009-23-15 lists these triangles as a must-have. They are on every ground crew checklist, right alongside hydraulic and fuel checks. To the untrained eye, it is a meaningless shape, but for the people keeping your flight airworthy, it is a silent signal that everything outside is locked, lined up, and safe to go. Next time you board, glance up and find that triangle. You will know you are looking straight at one of the quietest secrets in airline safety. Number 5. There is a reason the Boeing 737's engines look like they have been squished on the bottom, almost like someone pressed a giant thumb into a donut. That odd, flat-bottomed shape is not a design quirk or a cost-saving shortcut. It is the last visible trace of a gamble Boeing made back in the 1960s, when most airports did not have jet bridges and passengers boarded straight from the tarmac. The 737 was built as a lowrider, with short landing gear and wings close to the ground, so you could step right up without fancy equipment. When the fuel-hungry engines that arrived in the 1990s became too big to fit under those low wings, engineers faced a choice. Instead of redesigning the whole plane, which would have cost airlines millions, they flattened the bottom of the engine pod, turning a perfect circle into a kind of oval pancake. That tweak kept the engines from scraping the runway and let the 737 keep flying everywhere it always had. Next time you are boarding, glance down at the engine. If it looks a little squashed, you are seeing a piece of aviation history shaped by airport parking lots and clever engineering. Number 6, that soft little ding when you press the call button is not just about getting a drink or a blanket. It is a carefully engineered social experiment. Airline designers discovered something quietly embarrassing. Most passengers, 73% according to industry studies, feel awkward or even a bit judged when summoning a flight attendant. The old call system blasted a sharp, attention-grabbing chime and flashed a bright light, basically announcing to the whole cabin that you needed help. So Boeing and the airlines rewired the experience. Now, the chime is muted, the light is warmer and barely glows, and the whole process feels more like whispering for help than shouting it. After the switch, airlines saw a nearly 30% jump in people actually pressing the button, just because it felt less embarrassing. The lavatory call still gets a louder alert, but everywhere else, the soft chime is a quiet invitation. Go ahead, ask for what you need. Next time you hesitate, remember, the system was redesigned to make it easier to speak up. Give it a try and see how different it feels. Number 7. There is a low, steady hum that fills the cabin just before pushback. A sound almost every traveler hears, but almost nobody understands. That is not the main engines waking up. It is the auxiliary power unit, APU, spinning away in the tail. Imagine a mini jet engine tucked behind the rear wall, quietly powering all the electrics and air conditioning while the plane sits parked. Instead of relying on clunky airport cables or hoses, the 737 brings its own generator to the party. The moment ground crews unhook the external power, pilots fire up the APU. Within seconds, it runs the lights, the screens, and keeps the cabin cool, totally independent from the massive engines under the wings. Only after the main engines roar to life is the APU shut down to save fuel and reduce wear. Some airlines even keep it running until the plane climbs past 5,000 feet, just in case. According to Boeing's own Flight Crew Operations Manual, this sequence is non-negotiable. The rule is APU on before pushback and APU off once the big engines take over. So next time you hear that tail-end rumble before taxi, you will know you are listening to the plane's hidden powerhouse, keeping everything humming until it is time to fly. Across all these hidden features, one thing becomes clear. Every detail on the 737 is there for a reason, quietly shaping your flight behind the scenes. Next time you board, you'll spot secrets most travelers miss. The real magic isn't in flying, it's in finally knowing why.